think there's something pretty substantial going on out there. There is a shit ton of emergency lights.
So there was a guy who was walking by when I walked the dog first, kind of shouting at somebody. So, I'm sure a neighbor called the cops or something.
No, it's over, like, that way.
In, like, Reesers?
I don't know where. I heard them all coming.
Because he was kind of walking down that way.
So, maybe.
Kind of back toward the addition back there.
Yeah. Have we gone live?
Yes.
I hope we're muted then.
We are. We should be.
And the legends don't possess Arceus. Arceus? I don't know. I pronounced it both ways. I do.
I believe they are implied that it's a hard K. Hard C.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard. I think it's gonna be kind of the hard case now in the arc. Your lighter fell out of your pocket. I was like, what just fell on my foot?
Yeah, this pocket doesn't have that.
It's not particularly
Close.
deep. Well,
There's not like Velcro or anything.
Yeah, it's your like back thigh. What are you at, by the way? Your phone?
77.
Okay. Give this to you if you need it. Crunchy Bubby. Gross. Mom asked how your day was.
Came and it went.
Why are we hearing it twice?
What? I keep getting double messaged on it. I don't know if you guys have been seeing
You are
my
not
message.
muted.
Should be.
Sammy, you're not gross. We're muting now.
Snowball. Boop. We should be back o'clock.
Yeah, we are. We're back. I'm here.
Oh, hell yeah, we're back o'clock.
I'm just off screen.
Rusty, are you back o'clock?
Yes, it is 7 o'clock, which is back o'clock in Central Standard Time.
Yep.
Not that you're in Central Standard Time, of course. As we all know, you're coming to us live from Oahu, Hawaii.
I was going to say Uzbekistan, but...
You know,
Oahu, Hawaii.
Uzbekistan, Hawaii, that's right.
Wasn't there a really, really bad volcanic explosion there very recently?
Well, you should know, shouldn't you? You're there. That's right. We're coming to you live. Rusty, of course, in beautiful Oahu, Uzbekistan. Ian and I coming to you from...
Norwich, West Virginia.
Yes. Yeah, it's exactly right. Yeah. Middle coal country.
I hope to God there's a town in West Virginia called Norwich.
Sure. So yeah,
probably.
Pokemon Legends Arceus. It came out, and now we're gonna play it.
Yes, Sammy, we are back.
Before we get too deep into it, this is going to be completely blind. I know virtually nothing about this game other than the reveal trailer. As a matter of fact, I've actually taken notes on all of the things that I have learned, which I think is just one thing. In my notes here, Pokemon Legends spoilers, all of the info from the reveal trailer, and something with Growlithe, probably a regional variant. That's as much as I have. So I got pretty spoiler free on this one, and I'm really excited to jump in.
That's good.
So let's.
So this one's a wild ride from jump here.
Just to kind of do a little bit of housekeeping here, we are going to be marathoning this game, and basically until I beat it every night. You also see our tracker down there, thanks to Patreon, patreon.com/Pokalink. It hasn't actually updated for Legends Arceus yet, but we're going to see what we can do to get it there.
Bye, Sammy. Love you. Thank you for lurking.
Yep. You playing in English?
So.
And you can see now saving on the screen. Your progress is being automatically saved. You can disable autosave in settings. Oh, this is just Breath of the Wild.
Just watch.
So Nathan is going to be kind of doing probably a hybrid Nuzlocke here.
Yeah, I'm going to try and Nuzlocke. And like with Let's Go, you do have to modify some rules.
Yeah.
So I'm very open to do that. But we're going to kind of play it fast and loose, and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
realm,
later.
Located beyond both time and space. Is it going to quiz me and see what kind of Pokemon I am? It is well that thou art here.
No, we're just in Persona now.
I am that which humans call Arceus.
Hey, Nate.
Arceus, however you want to say it.
Oh, no.
We're teaching the controversy here.
Hey, Nate.
I am talking to God.
When's the last time you talked to God?
Now, I wish to know thine appearance. I think I'm pushing this kid. What is thy name? I am Pete. Is this all as correct and as it should be? Nate? Sorry, just,
I like the idea of
Stern
Arceus
parent.
speaking to you like a stern parent, and you are a cat. Soon you shall find thyself in a world strange to thee, Nate.
A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon.
Hey, Nate.
Nate?
Nate.
Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah?
Do you have an opinion on the Isekai genre?
By the way, chat, if you're looking at those emotes that Chaos spammed, She made them. And you can have them too. All you have to do is subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
That happened to me when I went on a roller coaster once.
It was a camera, not a phone, but...
I'm getting a call from God.
I like his little derpy face.
You know, I'm not much of an iPhone guy. Could you give me an Android instead? I'm cradling up with God.
Are you, though? Okay, bye.
Game over. You lose.
Wake up!
Wake up!
Grab a brush and put on a little makeup.
Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my boy?
You know when you die and how like sometimes your cat will come eat your face? I think that's what Cyndaquil, Relic, and Oshawott are doing here.
Jesus Christ, Nathan. Holy shit.
God, I wish I could get teleported in the past with my capris.
You gave me quite a shock falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness, you seem unharmed.
Hey, but quick question: what is going on over there?
There's if you look behind us on that mountain, behind your shoulder there's something kind of
There's
insane.
a little bit of fuckiness going on over there. Smidgen of fucky over there.
It's like a swirling boom nightmare in the sky above the mountain over there.
Who are you? Where am I?
Why, this is Prelude Beach, of course.
The Pokemon series has never been subtle.
Dear me, did the shock of your fall somehow addle your memory? I must say, your clothing is unusual. You won't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you?
Oh, I'm sad.
Bad face.
Ah, I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere you could stay?
I don't know.
That inky black swirling portal of doom.
So you
Still
don't know
remaining.
anyone around here,
Graham.
and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive?
I don't know what to do. Also, those Pokemon are like, in perspective, very huge. They're like coming up to my like knees.
I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need.
Crew. Boom. Splish splash.
Oh my, I completely forgot. I just caught up with these three runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. But do you even know what a Pokemon is?
Not exactly.
And Nathan just straight up lying to this man.
You don't? You truly have traveled a long way, haven't you? Well, these three here are what we call Pokemon. Very mysterious creatures, you see. Marvelous.
They are marvelous.
Oh yes. And what might your name be? Oh ho! So you're called Nate. The name has quite a ring to it. I'd imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I apologize. I haven't introduced myself.
I bet it's Lavington.
My name is Levington. I'm something of a Pokemon professor.
I'm not familiar with a tree called a Lavington.
That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon is these three. Oh no! Oh fuck! My darling Pokemon! Why must you run away from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you.
Let Leventon swear.
Wait, you three, wait! Also, I am not going to keep...
and dash.
Yeah, so dash is pressing the stick in.
Dashing. Yes, I am dashing. I swim.
Swimming's not your strong suit.
Oh, crouch?
Yes. That's how you sneak up when you assassinate the Pokemon.
I was wanting to take a Bidoof and just...
Well, you'll get the chance.
Dashing. Nate. Let's save my progress.
The menu system takes a little while to get used to.
I'm going to settings here just real quick. I'm going to disable auto-saving.
So it's ZL is your target. Well, you don't have anything to target yet. Running, and running, and running.
Good lord, what is happening over there?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely within Mount Coronet.
We don't know that's Mount Coronet.
So there is one thing that you know, that this is Ancient Sinnoh.
Yes, and they said that in the original reveal trailer, is that this is Ancient Sinnoh.
There's a glowing object over there.
You missed it.
Do the sorority girl squat.
You found something that resembles a phone.
I know it's a phone.
It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You could feel a strong power emanating from it.
Hold on, gotta take a call from God here real quick.
I bestow upon thee this Arc Phone and thy mission. Seek out all Pokemon.
Yes, sir.
This is God, by the way.
I'm sticking that right up my pants.
Roast Nathan.
That rock just popped in.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a draw distance.
Aww.
Alas, yet another miss.
Ooh, who's the miss?
Ah, I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. Tried catching my little runaway Pokemon by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at that sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go, but perhaps I should tell you a little bit about these three first. Now, that one is Rowlet. It's the bestest boy.
Okay.
Look at that round. Look at that round. It's so round.
That perfect round boy.
That one over there is Cyndaquil. It looked a lot cooler in sprites.
Boom.
That Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Gen 5 gets a really bad rap. People need to like Oshawott more.
Flash.
Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them.
You obtained 50 Pokeballs. Pokeball, a mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls have been crafted by hand if you gather the can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials.
But that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now that I mentioned already, these Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to a minuscule size.
Wait, shrink itself? I always thought it was the Pokeball.
And that's where the Pokeball come in. The Pokeball are a recent invention, you see. Throw one at a Pokemon and... why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. With that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaway Pokemon. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon and let the ball fly. Quite simple. Though it'd be far from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area.
Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold ZR button to ready a Pokeball and take aim. You can keep moving around as you do so use the right stick to adjust your angle and aim carefully at your target Pokemon. Release the ZR button to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. If you're ready to Pokeball but you want to throw it, press the B button to cancel the throw. So the question is, who do I go after first?
This part doesn't matter.
I still want to choose who I'll go after first.
Okay. You were not choosing your Pokemon.
I know. I'm getting there. I'm just telling you. Go off to the right.
And then you can lock onto them with Zeo.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, wonderful, you've caught the Pokemon. Seems you've quite a knack for this Pokemon catching business, Nate. Jolly useful skill to have around. Only 2 more of my darling runaways. Yeah, this guy talks a lot. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. That's gonna be the prevailing theme. Most people are scared of Pokemon. I can hardly believe it, Nate. Incredible! You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon. Never mind catch them. Bravo, indeed! Just 1 more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish.
Going to first person?
Yeah, that's what you see.
It's that bird. Right in the bush is worth 1 in the Pokeball.
Yes, I was afraid that could happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. Rusty, did that happen to you too?
Exactly,
Yes.
Exactly like this. Okay. That is absolutely a scripted breakout. Because it happened to me, it happened to Rusty, it happened to you.
Not exactly a shock, is it?
Well, so it happened to me, and I'm like, I bet it's scripted. And I'm pretty sure I'm right. As I mentioned before, they bolted from the village, almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Nate, I'm taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you only just arrived here? One can't help but think that there's a reason you appeared here and now.
I believe this is all happening for a reason.
Seek out all Pokemon.
This object is an arc foe, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow?
That doesn't make any sense.
You could make a religion out of that. If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something that I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream. To compile this region, first complete a record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalog a Pokedex.
So in Gen 1, Professor Oak has canonically said he invented the Pokédex, so that's interesting.
Yes, a proper
Because
Pokédex.
maybe retcon things.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
That series that's over 20 years old, they retcon one thing.
Yeah.
There may also be.
Yeah, and
Maybe
who knows?
both
I may be in an
things to be
alternate timeline. I got plucked from my
Yeah, they're
presumably modern lifestyle, and my phone got turned into a magic god communication device.
Well, there may be a way for both things to be true.
But in order to properly document Pokemon, you must, of course, catch them. This voice is a little hard to maintain sometimes. Therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented. Not many have mastered using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all these Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Will you, shall we help another out, my boy?
Oh, you've convinced me.
Then whoever and from whenever you may be, I welcome you with my open arms. We've a Pokédex to complete.
Not literally, of course. You've lived through all humanity's plagues, and if you get near me, I will die.
First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodging and find some proper clothes and a meal and all of that.
Let me get you back to the village so that you can wipe us all out with smallpox. Your breath will be a pestilence upon this land.
Follow me then, onward to Jubilee Village.
That's the right name I recognize. What the fuck is that?
What is that?
Oh, you know, it's the
big
the
butthole
thing.
in the sky.
you know, the thing.
The devil
We got the
Pokemon.
sun, we got the moon, and we got the thing.
Thank you for your
I
tireless.
wish for passage through the anus.
Thank you for your tireless
Oh
work.
man,
keeping
this
us
is
safe.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
My good God.
That's Thor Ragnarok.
Yep.
I said what I said. Thor Ragnarok is basically a Guardians prequel.
This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, and so I hope you'll forgive my bringing him to the village for a bit. Don't worry, you'll only experience casual racism here for a minute.
They are guarding the village, but with what?
His hands, Nathan. You don't wanna catch him. They're rated E for everyone.
But I've got to catch them all.
Not those hands, you don't. This way, if you please.
I do, please.
Jubilee Village. It comes a long way thanks to the fine people
Galaxy Expedition Team.
of the Galaxy Expedition. Fucking. Alright, whatever. Do stick close. We can't have you getting lost. The road we are on is known to locals as Canal Avenue. I didn't actually see what it was.
Right?
Where'd you come from? You're gonna have to follow him before you can. Just let this happen.
Galaxy Hall.
What manner of dress is that? Shh, quiet, he'll hear you.
Heard that. Want to say that to my face?
Oh no, he's coming this way!
Keep
walking,
walking,
stranger!
Okay.
Does the professor know that child?
I do like the idea that I'm just like this, like.
So I can't see or hear you. Sammy. Since on this Monday.
Oh, because she's looking.
Oh.
I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. I'm getting digital and waiting.
Well, sorry to hear that you were having shipping issues.
Yeah. Just past the bridge here, on the left. It's called a wallflower. Don't worry, he'll definitely serve you.
Your arc phone is beeping. Somehow it seems to show you where I need to go next. Use the button. No, the minus button. Use the button. You know, the button! To view the map on your arc phone. You can consult the map for guidance on your next destination. You also see guidance markers when you're exploring around the village. You're not sure where to go? Stop and look around in all directions to spot one of these markers. Map.
And then ZLZR zoom in.
And I need to head to the wallflower first. Shine on.
Well,
It's just a Nuzlocke. We have no food for freeloaders. Survival out there is a daily battle, you know. She doesn't seem friendly. Rihachi. To catch one of those Pokemon creatures, you need to throw a Pokeball at it. If you intend to stay here in the village, you should spend some time talking to everyone. I read you loud and clear, lady. Chiyo. I'm scared of Pokemon. I wish I'd never been brought here. I'm worried about the state of things in Jubilee Village. Is that fashionable where you're from? You can partner up with a Pokemon. Farm?
Yeah, Nathan, they have to grow food somehow.
Why am I hearing that grunting? Is it me? Am
No.
I the gruntsman?
Yes.
I'm the one who grunts?
Okay, go to your left. There are literally people working in the field right there. But yes, you, after you sprint for long enough, you'll hear yourself. Literally people working.
So, this village of ours also attracts strange garbed folk like yourself, eh? I came here from across the sea in search of fields to call my very own. For this venture of mine to succeed, I need to make sure we can work these fields safely. Back alleys. Waka! Back in my hometown, I've got an older brother who's going to inherit the family farm and all, but I'm going to make my own way here in Hisui. I see. This region is huge, and there's lots of dangerous Pokemon too. But you came here anyway. How come?
So,
I'd like to know myself, kiddo.
He's sweet.
I'd like to think that that Waka has a brother named Flocka, and another brother named Flame.
They use fire types.
I was going to say that Waka has a best friend named Titus and plays Blitzball.
I wonder if there's anyone capable of catching enough Pokemon to fill all the pastures here. Village pastures.
So,
And married his brother's ex-girlfriend when his brother died.
That feels like a strange reference, Rusty.
Spoilers for Final Fantasy X.
Let me see, just out here.
that's not Final Fantasy X.
That's all of the Final Fantasies.
It won't let me keep dashing.
Yeah. You can't run forever.
Watch me. Did you just let me leave?
This is one entire zone.
Oh.
From the beach to this village is one zone.
You won't find any Pokemon on Prelude Beach. It's about as safe as things get around here. They say the Pokemon of Hisui are even more savage and powerful than those of other regions.
Also, Nathan, you're not in Sinnoh.
said I was in Sinnoh.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're in Sinnoh right now?
Ain't that Mount Coronet?
I don't know.
Ian, I don't know why you're being obtuse about this. This is literally the only thing he does know.
It's not Sinnoh. He is not currently in the Sinnoh region.
But we're not in Indian territory anymore, if you know what I'm saying. Pokemon! Wait. I can't catch him.
Yeah, there's somebody else's.
Miki! Those Survey Corps people, are they, what is it they're actually investigating? All they seem to do is eat potato mochi at the Wildflower. Are they making some sort of potato decks or what? Gee. Babies. Our human weapons are no match against the fangs and claws of Pokemon. And, you know, electric blasts. Let me in. Hi, lady. Shrine Guardian, watch over us. Ain't that look familiar, don't it? Lucille, I'm here to give thanks to the Guardian of the Shrine who watches over all in Jubilite Village.
No.
You're not letting me investigate a whole lot of stuff on my own, you know.
Because I know how
Commander Kamado is fantastically strong. Rumor has it he once sent a Pokemon flying with one of those sumo throws he's so powerful.
Proud of.
If you're a friend of the professors, even if you're a friend of the professors, that doesn't mean you can go anywhere you please. Oh, I go anywhere I please. Ooh, weapons. I'm gonna murder me a Pikachu. A new hairstyle means a fresh outlook, and a fresh outlook lets you change your fortunes. Now, who might you be? I haven't seen you around the village before.
Nathan, the reason I'm telling you stuff is because I'm trying to make this game not last 2 weeks.
Not now. You better head to the Wallflower. This chest looks like you can store lots and lots of items. Pokemon terrify me. Even going out to gather berries is the worst. Whoa there. It's dangerous beyond these gates. You should stay inside the village. I have 50 Pokeballs. I'll be fine.
You don't.
I had 50 Pokeballs.
You had 50 Pokeballs.
Did he take my balls back?
He took his balls back.
Green stash.
Yeah, it's really green.
Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? The wallflowers for Galaxy Team folks only. We don't have seed for outsiders. Move along.
Just gonna sneak up and...
Fucking. Rusty, you get this voice.
Who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be minced meat in those flimsy clothes. The guard let you through. You must have ties with somebody in the village. Perhaps you met Professor Laventon? He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though. Makes me a bit worried for him. Suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not long ago. Had to take to my bed. But the professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last.
Unfortunately, it's just as... How are we going to pronounce this? Akiri?
Akari?
I think it's Akari.
Akari?
It's just as Akari says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly.
Professor!
That was the Rusty, but better.
He needed to come up behind her.
but everything will be quite alright now. Nate here has agreed to help us with our Pokedex.
Yeah, you can see I'm kind of a hero.
Excuse me?
This is
sorry.
Rusty.
Excuse me? You plan to appoint him to the Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Silene's permission.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
Captain
I wonder
Silene?
which existing character from Sinnoh she's based on.
Assuming
Assuming the individual can contribute to... Oh, that's you.
Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I am the captain of Galaxy's Team Survey Corps. You can call me Silene. Professor Lavington has told me you've helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped out of his control. And now it seems that he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor.
Huh.
You look to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. Fuck child labor laws, those don't exist yet. But we simply can't take over a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea.
Wait, wanders in among us.
I will leave.
I can't believe I don't have a sus sound effect.
Without the idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you prove yourself worthy. Oh ho! A most reasonable decision, Captain. And now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so that I might appreciate my meals without distraction.
Jesus! Thank you, Rusty.
That was way loud. I apologize.
Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny, old chum. The usual potato mochi, if you please, but make it for 3 today. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never fails to please. Rusty.
Professor Lavington, where exactly did you meet our visitor here?
Well, you see the great hole in the sky, the one people call the space-time rift?
Oh, you know, the hole in the sky, the thing that we all know about. It's just there.
Yeah, because we definitely know about it. Our new friend fell right out of
Wait,
it.
I fell from that all the way to the beach and survived?
Yep.
Magic? You can't be serious.
Come now, I am a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself with only facts. And now you already know that there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region.
That there are in the grass, in the forest, by water, or wherever they like.
Your bed?
Our job as the Survey Corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are.
The closet?
Stop.
The ceiling fan behind you? Around every dark corner?
Press the A button. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures.
Actually, they're my best friend in a world we must defend.
It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess and what sort of wondrous things they might
Not look it up on Bulbapedia. Duh.
But that's where Nate will come in. He successfully caught 3 Pokemon. 3 of them in quick order, you understand. Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means
not a glowing endorsement of the organization, my guy.
This means that we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest.
3? We have a hard enough time catching even one when wild Pokemon come after us.
Well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled the beach weren't on the attack. But they were the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well, and it seems that our new friend is fearless enough to do just that.
Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. Slow progress on that Pokemon exhibitors clearly has her on the edge.
I'm sure we'll start a raid in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now, have your fill, Nate. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides all of its members' needs, even if the said member fell out of the sky. Yes, that's just going to be common knowledge from this point on.
You know, sometimes people fall from the sky.
That was quite delicious. Quite
I
delicious
could
indeed.
wish right now. We got some.
We know it's our capture card, just not liking this. Nathan matched through.
The food was
The
really
food was lovely, but it's important. You do remember Nate has a trial to pass and join the Survey Corps, don't you? Not to worry. I have complete confidence in Nate's skill. Hold on, guys. Sorry for the flashing. We're trying to get it.
Let's see if we can flip the ports there.
I don't think it's the ports.
Yeah. Nate, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't for tonight. You got it. I'm nowhere close to the mic.
We can still hear you.
Yeah. For tonight, at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep.
It might be the TV.
But if you fail to pass the trial we put you on tomorrow, put for you to tomorrow, you must move on.
Are you getting audio?
Game audio? I don't think so.
Okay.
You may need to. Yeah, you'll have to flip the ports one more time. You'll have to plug in the TV first.
I did. That's the problem. But the TV reset for some reason.
That's fine. Thank you. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death in the wilds.
Yeah. Hey, we back. Yes, we should be back.
Look at my face like, Christ!
Yeah,
I
no.
think this is Rusty.
Yeah, no.
Oh, sorry.
They could fucking die.
Silence somewhat like Hisui in that they're both quite harsh.
Now, she simply puts a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing that one can't fall out of what?
Fall out of the futons.
Oh, okay. It's a good thing that one can't fall out of the futons here. We sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has enough falling for one day. With that, I bid you both a good night. Like, I read that sentence and my brain was like, no, that's not gonna, that's just not.
Dan, I agree with you. He does have a very good, what the fuck face.
Yeah.
Rusty, I think this is you.
Oh, sure is. A rift in the sky, people falling from it. The world is full of mysteries.
I'm in the village at night. Our human weapons are no match against the fangs and claws.
I think you already talked about
You being nice to me now? They say hunger. Dude, what do they say about hunger? There's no way to know. They say hunger is the best seasoning, so I like to rely on the quality of my soot-foot roots to make my potato mochi so tasty. Man, it does not look bad for that.
Yeah, it's that guy. That's your home. For the night, anyway.
Not a night. Nice digs. Sleep until morning in the futon in your quarters. It's a jug used to store drinking water. It has a lid on top to keep the debris from falling. Survey tips contain all sorts of useful information to help you carry out your survey work in the Hisui region. To read them at any time, simply press the up button to open the menu and then go to the help screen.
That's what I keep talking about. You're not in Sinnoh. You're in Hisui.
To save your progress, press the up button to open the menu, then scroll with the ZL or ZR button until you reach the save screen. There's also an autosave function if you have the progress you can use to have your save stuff automatically. Bye, Dan.
Bye, Dan. Love you.
Bye.
You gotta go. Go there.
A nice fire in the sunken hearth can keep an entire room heated. I'm crouching on the outside just like Shel Silverstein. It's a full-length mirror. Ooh, I can change my outfit.
Not yet.
Behave with courtesy to others. Superiors are owed your respect. Likes and dislikes are a luxury ill afforded. Those who are weaker must be helped. Difficulties must be faced head on.
Getting the sign there.
There's some lovely stones that somebody must have found, but they're just plain old stones. It's a paper lantern that seems to use oil as its fuel. It's the dresser of a solid construction where extra sets of clothing can be obtained.
It's the dresser right there.
Just reviewing it from the back.
You did get it from the back.
Just looks like you could store lots and lots of items in it. Nope. Let's go to bed. Rest until tomorrow morning? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big tree. We do.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, we won't have to worry about that.
I didn't recognize that cry.
You probably wouldn't.
The next day. Hey, Rusty. We are getting some feedback
Morning,
of
Nate.
our voices you're going through.
Oh. That's because I am an idiot.
We're aware. We love you anyway.
Would you believe that I've had my headphones on and
Not plugged in.
and just didn't have the audio source switch?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not true, but would you believe it if I said it?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
What
Rusty.
lovely weather we've got. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting.
Hold on. Turn around. I want to see left here, I think. Go. Talk to her. Okay. No, not yet.
This has the same music, I think, as Professor Rowan's lab.
No. That makes sense.
This is Rusty.
That is right.
Oh. The Survey Corps' offices are here on the first floor.
Don't give up! Keep those eyes open! The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent my partner Pokemon, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield, but the medical corps will put you to rights.
That man's with the security corps, and even with his own partner, he took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying.
Yeah, trying.
Captain Silene, Nate is here.
You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition Team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catch 3 different species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx.
Why are you doing Hanar voice?
I don't know.
Catching 3 Pokemon from the start? No one in the Galaxy team has ever managed that.
Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for him. If the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you will be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of the Survey Corps satchel to carry whatever you need in the field.
It's a fanny pack.
It's a satchel.
That satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress.
It's not a dress.
Akiri. I expect you to step in if anything goes awry.
Galaxy Team's entry trial. Press the Y button while consulting the map on your ARC phone, and you can check the tasks that you have waiting. There are 2 types of missions and requests. Missions must be completed to progress in your adventure, while requests are optional and can be given by people you...
Pardon, Nate. Come with me a moment.
I'm going to go talk to the Abra.
Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone.
Is something the matter, Professor Leventon?
In order to complete our Pokedex and, well, simply surviving this unforgiving land, Nate absolutely must pass this trial.
If you don't pass, everyone dies.
As a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the trick to help accomplish that.
Babies.
Crew! Boom! Plish splash! Go on, Nate. Pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village.
Okay, so 1 and 2 is going to be Cyndaquil. 3 and 4 is going to be Rowlet. 5 and 6 is going to be Oshawott. So I'm going to press
Who did you choose as your starter, Ian?
5 and 6 and get Oshawott.
I also got Oshawott.
Oh.
I randomly selected it.
Rusty picked Rowlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rowlet's on my short list.
Plish Splash.
Plish splash.
You want Oshawott as your first partner? Yeah.
And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at the Prelude Beach, for me, will now be yours to keep.
And then he's going to clear the rest.
And we'll replace them as they come in.
Good show. I've tucked Oshawott back inside its Pokeball for you. So take it. It's yours.
Get Oshawott.
No, you received Oshawott.
Word of advice, my boy. Pay close attention to which Pokeball are empty and which ones contain Pokemon while you're out in the field. That is absolutely something you do need to pay attention to. They look as if they're cheering on their friend Oshawott.
They look as if they're cheering on their friend Pokemon. Or perhaps they're jealous that it gets to help with you on your trial. Ian?
Oh, shit. That's my bad. That could be well. They did go dashing from the village when Nathan fell out of sky, after all. Well, not to worry, you two. I'll have you assist me with my research for now. Crow.
Boom.
Boom. By the by, which species Captain Silene charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing! All 3 of the species can be found in the Obsidian Fields. Let me give you some Pokeballs used during your trial, then. You'll take 20 Pokeballs. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted. If they work, a treat, as you've already seen. We'll have this trial cleared in no time.
I guess you're finally ready. You'll have to leave the village for your trial. Turn left after you exit headquarters, then head for the gate.
Yeah, you don't get to speak to her.
Yeah. Let's just hang it out here.
Yeah.
Can read some of the Survey Corps' notes. Diligence is to be expected. Lenience is not. At peace. We're running low on potions. Guess I'll need to go and gather more materials. To sell? It's safe here in Jubilite Village. Don't forget you can always return here and rest and recover. I can return here.
Yeah, that guy's...
Fucking dead!
He's probably not dead, but... Do you want one of us to explain?
I'll get there. Pokeball. Mysterious ball that can be thrown to wild Pokemon inspired by Pokemon from the chapter. Check summary. This is an Oshawott. That's a cool regional indicator.
Yep.
Tackle.
You've got 2 special attack effort values, 1 defense effort value.
I wonder how I already have that. Timid? Interesting. That means he's going to be more specially oriented than physical.
Which is a bummer because his signature move is definitely physical.
Well, you can run it either way.
Yeah.
Especially back in Gen 5.
You will figure out pretty quickly how the rework, how it works.
Nothing right here. Who are you? Taohua. We're in the middle of nowhere out here. We have to make whatever. It may be a small thing, but it sure feels great to be able to make what's needed for the team. Read some supply corps notes. Current goal: spreading the usage of common crafting recipes and securing sufficient materials for the village. Status: in general, progressing favor. That's nice. That I'm gonna get a lesson in all this information.
That doesn't make sense.
Who are you?
Child.
Hey, where'd you come from? Your clothes look kind of weird. I came all this way to get, like, dunked on by a kid who's like, that outfit is not fetch.
Nathan,
What?
you and I and Rusty have all worked with kids.
Yeah.
Kids would absolutely say that. 100%.
Have this trial cleared in no time. Nothing here seems relevant to you. Kookaroo. Oshawott will be hanging out here.
Yep.
It's hard to guess what this is supposed to do, but it certainly does look impressive. It's crammed cheek by jowl with publications and writings on Pokemon.
I hate that turn of phrase a lot.
I don't think there's anything else you can do with this. You can do something with that board there.
What's some breakfast?
You get potato after you win. Potato is for closers.
Backpack.
Oh, what a curious get-up you have there. Can already tell that you're quite the character.
Now they're just making up words.
Yeah. I'm Fulu of the Gringo. God, that. God.
Ian, you fucked up real bad there.
Yeah. I knew I was gonna do it, too. I knew...
Maybe I should be Volo.
Of
Yeah.
the Ginkgo Guild.
Yeah.
I'm Volo of the Ginkgo Guild. The go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui.
We represent the Ginkgo Guild. The Ginkgo Guild.
I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? And that's certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you have a Pokemon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant success. So what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon stand up to one another in battle?
Sounds good.
I like you better and better. What a delightful find. Okay, look at this dude's clothes. What Pokemon do you think he's going to send out? I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt.
Maybe, it looks like Mega Gallade. His little whooshies. Could also be Heliolisk.
Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. But I hope you know you'll lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. Haha!
The battle team is pretty sick.
Toki.
Nope, you were wrong. There were absolutely no hints.
Yes, you can absolutely go around.
It's coming right for you!
Battle decided.
Moves, items. Use them well, and the world will open up to you. I can go for a chili dog.
Move.
It's always
Tell me
good
what
fun
it
to
was.
have Pokemon do battle, don't you think? Gotta go fast. As they gain experience through battle, they'll learn even more moves and grow even stronger.
Pokemon sometimes learn new moves when they level up. If you want to change the moves your Pokemon can use in battle, open your satchel, choose the Pokemon you want, and then select the change moves option. Can you just
Nathan,
on the fly randomly or
Tell
reroute your
me
moves?
what you think that means.
I can just go back and learn tackle at any time.
Yes, it is the absolute best case scenario of what you believe that means.
And to you, my Skyfallen friend.
And to you, my Skyfallen friend, I present some potions and thanks. You can use them on your Pokemon. I'll be hoping you're successful. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. Gotta go fast.
Go fast.
Something that's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you're leaving Jubilife Village, make sure you choose a destination from your map and address the guardsman where you're going. That way, someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. Your trial begins just a short way past that front gate.
Okay, so hit ZL and you can go to your bag, and thankfully I'm good. 60 HP.
Stats have been reworked.
Aqua Jet.
That's
not water gun.
That's
It's
all
also-
I'm going to say.
Not Aqua Jet is not water gun. I was hoping for water gun. If I'm stuck using physical moves, that's going to be not great for me. You're Nate, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. So, this is Jubilife Village. This is Obsidian Fieldlands.
Yes. Yeah. You absolutely can get fucking murdered. I was only half joking when when I asked about the pro tag.
This is our base camp, the last safe haven before you reach the wilds. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. I clicked away. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, is something wrong?
Ah, well, you see, Captain Silene got a hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest.
That's our unsparing captain. But what help exactly can you offer out here, Professor?
To be honest, dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Nathan's talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colors, you'll see.
Ah, so the responsibility for him still lies, in fact, with me, then. Well, I'm sure Nate will be fine. Let's begin the trial.
Must be some kind of workbench. How long will you...
Yeah, just a little while.
This is where you can go right back. Heal.
I heard a Bidoof.
I wonder why.
This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you're meant to catch all live here. Yep. That's the sound a Bidoof makes.
Okay.
Yep.
And along comes a beat. Nah, I love that little guy.
You guys all saw the short, right?
Yes.
The short?
Chat. Go watch the short, the Bidoof short, on the Pokemon.
The short, yeah,
Yes. It's very, very, very good.
I didn't cry even a little bit. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends not to run from people, so this will be easy. She said, lyingly.
Okay, get your mat. So, if you are going to try to Nuzlocke this feels very Breath of the Wild. It feels like Breath of the Wild X Monster Hunter to me.
X Pokemon.
Well, so hold on, go back. I was kind of thinking it felt a little bit Monster Hunter. Go back into it. What I'm trying to tell you is those are each different zones you can go into. So if you are going to be, you know,
one catch per area.
You are going to have to catch more Pokemon.
Yeah. Figure, like, let's go.
Yeah, like, let's go. So, if you're going to do it that way, you would... What I would think you would do is you would get a catch in each zone, and then, you know, mark that Pokemon, and then...
We'll see.
But,
so, if I go to my bag, my Oshawott, and my summary...
I don't think there's a...
Yeah, Village. It was in Jubilife Village. Yeah. So they have, like, a system of, like, recognizing where you caught stuff.
Yeah.
Yeet.
So tough. So, head Oshawott out.
That's it. You caught Bidoof.
Rusty.
You caught a Bidoof. Well done. Time to find your next Pokemon.
So...
Yeah, spoiled apricot.
Yeah. You also can name your
An
Pokemon.
apricorn that had had its insides eaten. Hitting a Pokemon with this one may stun a Pokemon, creating an opening for you to act.
You might want to name your Pokemon.
Yes, I noticed that option earlier. Let's change Oshawott's name. Oshawott, I'm gonna name you... How about... let's go ahead and name you...
I was going to say Arthur, but you've used Arthur in a...
Yes.
A lot.
This is my first playthrough. I'm gonna name everything, so don't go giving me names. Let's name you...
While you get through this area, I will be right back.
Docket.
Docket's a fun name.
Bidoof. I'm gonna name you... How about...
Jorbles. Shirt? Oh.
Shirley. Yep, you got it. I was gonna name it Short.
Shirt would have been a very funny name.
I want to go actually.
Can't. Yeah, I finished the tutorial.
Starly. There's a Starly. They're skittish.
There's a
little things.
Starly.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. It's fine. I'm not as invested in the voice acting as Ian is.
Got a medical leak. Medicinal leak. Starly caught
That's
as
Starly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go.
Just Shinx. But if I go over here, she's going to tell me how to shake these things and get.
How did you know? How did you know?
Just a moment, I'm going to PokeLink.
I forgot. There's something I ought to teach you since you're new to this. What are you doing? Oh, you're
PokeLink.
yeah, the biggest. Here's the proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene tells us, have an item at the ready but want to send out a Pokemon? Press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready but want to throw an item? Press X. Captain's a real expert on these things. You know, pressing X. Try throwing your Pokemon's ball at rocks or trees like this one to have it investigate. If your Pokemon finds any berries or other items, it'll bring them to you. Now it's time for your partners to shine. You've reached your final hurdle, catching a Shinx.
Press X. Aspiration Hill. Aspiration Hill. Just starts with a rollout, huh?
Sure does. There, that's Shinx.
We don't.
Up puff the Shinx, ding. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that?
Not at all. She looks pissed.
Not to worry. These things become clear once you focus on the Pokemon around you. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any ball you throw at them.
If you use the ZL button to focus on a Pokemon, you can see how easily it may be to catch. The more arrows you see pointing above the Pokemon, the easier it will be able to catch. An X icon will appear above the Pokemon if it is picked to fight with you. Be warned, Pokemon displaying this icon cannot be caught unless you engage them in battle.
Don't worry, though. I'll teach you the trick to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them.
Throwing fucking hands. Also, I'm dead.
Once they're absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try to catch them. By now, you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it near a wild Pokemon you want to battle. I've got no doubt you'll hold your own in battle.
It's easy to start a battle against a wild Pokemon. Simply throw a Pokeball that contains one of your own Pokemon at it. If you can see that you currently have an item ready to throw, not a Pokemon, press the X button. It will allow you to toggle between your thrown items and your Pokemon.
Have you been able to tell the easy way to tell in between? The when you've got one of your Pokemon, the reticle has the top red, the bottom white, like the Pokeball. When you have just an empty Pokeball, it's got the hand in the middle when you first choose to it.
Alright.
Nope. Well, okay. You can also hold the throw button from the screen. You don't have to go into the inventory at all. Yep. You might need to wink at it a little more.
I'll get there.
Thank you.
You approached those Pokemon without a hint of fear and caught each one. You're like a gift the sky dropped to us. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokedex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful. I'm still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the professor we're ready to head back.
Oh, this is it. How about you let me do that and you read it?
Okay. Oh, I see that you've passed the trial with flying colors. Seems that you went and did just that. Congratulations, Nate. It didn't update Pokemon. You've taken the first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. You didn't actually click Shakes. There you go. This calls for a commemorative photograph. With skills like yours, I am sure that we can pay the bills. Now then, we best report to Captain... How are we pronouncing that again?
Silene.
Silene. Right, so it's, Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilee Village, eh? So how many of those Pokemon are you actually going to keep?
You do?
Baby. In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you... Oh, never mind.
In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you into the field, in theory. Though we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so.
Come now, you two.
I don't know why I did that laugh. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Come now, you two. Let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene waits our report at the headquarters.
I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased.
Ponyta. Pachirisu, Togepi. Just Cherubi. Murkrow.
That's just a man.
There's a man there. That is a man.
Them taters. Give me them taters.
Not yet. You gotta do plot first. Plot first, potatoes second.
Okay, sure.
You
This is a
haven't...
very plot-forward game.
Nathan, you haven't closed. Potatoes are for closers. It seems that we won't leave you to die after all. Congratulations. You passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. I must admit, you've impressed me. You set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like you could be worthy, and you cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps.
Survey Corps uniform and a pair of Survey Corps sandals.
You changed in the room you used last night, then you're to report at once to the 3rd floor. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain.
You're not the commander.
No, she's the captain. Captains are below commanders. Get your rank right.
So which one's the master and which one's the commander?
The guy you haven't met yet.
I hope the commander's mean.
Go change.
Yeah, I know. They just told me that.
You might be able to go talk to the outfit lady now. I don't know if you have to talk to the commander first.
Trilbies.
Yeah.
I like the idea that there's a dedicated Trilby slot. Those are dumb shoes.
Yeah, they are.
Ah! That was the game. Being sad about you calling its shoes dumb.
There is brown right there.
Ultramarine.
That's actually what I think I've got. You can change the color of your hair later, if you would like. Just these here. This is Rusty.
Look how well our Survey Corps uniform suits you. It's almost as if the captain had it tailored just for you.
I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well.
Do we get my beret? Hell yeah!
Now present yourself to the commander.
Second floor.
There's not a lot.
There's 30 of them up here.
You went down to the basement.
It's a brave new land we're in, kid. Which means there's a whole lot to do. Pokemon are full of mysteries. I hope you can help us solve them. Eevee! Wait. It's using the old Eevee cry. It's not using the new one.
War of the
If
Past.
only.
Sandqua? Maybe we ought to build some spare lodgings in case someone else falls off the sky.
She's the builder lady. Because you're not in the Survey Corps floor, you're in the builder floor.
Core floor. Secret chest.
Best. Wonder who he's based off of. I have been waiting for you.
I'm waiting for this moment for all my life. Hold on.
Are we? Because in my head I've been saying Kamado. Is that?
I would assume it's Kamado.
Come on.
I am Kamado, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. So you are Nate.
So you're Nate, huh? I'm the Colonel.
The commander.
Sir? No. Colonel. Metal Gear.
I've been bridled.
I've been briefed by
I've been
your
saddled by
situation.
all these unnecessary feelings. I've
No.
been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in
Oh
combat!
god, I want to catch hands. We're gonna charge at him.
Yeah! You've got vigor, I'll give you that. You need to work on your sumo technique, but I do see some potential.
Conveniently, we didn't have to animate that.
Yeah, you got your ass tossed.
Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Not like me. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider. Naturally, some will be... The superstitious among us might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. But you passed the trial that was put to you. No matter how odd you may seem, and it's very odd, you're part of Jubilife Village now. Hey, did we get those drums fixed? Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team. Complete the Pokedex. And I warn you, Nate, Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work.
Complete. So the commander has accepted you.
Ding.
But understand this, you begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps, and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed! You see, there's more you add to the Pokedex, the higher your rank will become. Working on the Pokedex will also, of course, bring you closer towards that goal of yours. To seek out every last Pokemon. Here, you will need this.
I'd take this for crafting Pokeballs. 1 Apricorn and 1 Tumberstone. Cash money, cash money, cash money, cash money, bling, 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 bling.
Yep. Akiri, you're an expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what he needs to know.
Of course, Captain Silene. Now, as the experienced craftsperson here, let me explain a bit to start with. Crafting means making items with your own two hands. You can buy some items at the general store, but self-sufficiency is worth striving for. You can even make our most valuable tools, Pokeballs. Think where we'd be if we could do that. It'd be a... Let's head to the Craftworks.
Mission start.
Antha. Well done earning a place on our team. My name is Antha, and I'm the local clothier.
I will be right back.
The professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes, so here I go. I hope they do fit. The everyday kimono and a pair of everyday trousers. I hope you'll avail yourself of the village's humble shops.
Go talk to her a couple more times.
This way of the Craftworks, Nate.
Yeah.
Do you there's any way to remove them from my party?
I will show you in a second. So,
You need to not show me.
Nathan, I spent hours looking for it.
Good. Then I'll spend hours too.
Okay.
Modern jacket, modern trousers, and modern shoes. Shaman fancy kimono. Pikachu festival mask and Eevee festival mask.
I need you guys to know that I am back, but I also, as I sat down, knocked over a huge box behind me, so I'm going to be muted for a minute.
It's okay. Bands.
There's also...
Already have the everyday kimono. These are the different colors.
Hold on. There... Go back to the shirts. Go... Where is it? I've got something that you don't. Weird.
You may have played for them.
No, I got it here too.
Karate gi. Zori sandals.
Ian, if you're looking for something specific, the store grows like every 5 minutes.
Oh, well, at this point I had a special shirt for Oshawott that I bought that looked dope. That just wasn't there. But you can go in your room and change clothes if you like.
I'm in the business of photographing folk with their Pokemon. Why not have your photo taken? Surprised, troubled, just, so distressed. That's angry. Okay.
I like that confident pose with the face. It's very good. It's very serene.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Start shooting. So how do I get my Usher?
You have to talk to the man.
I feel like there's a better way they could have done this menu.
I don't disagree.
Fierce. What happened? Aw, go to sleep. Act dizzy. Pretend faint. No, stop pretending! Pretty good boy.
He is a good
Grit Dust, a mysterious dust that can raise the effort level for one of your Pokemon stats. It can be used to raise effort levels of only up to level 3, however.
Looks like Adam and Sammy
Finally got it downloaded. Yeah.
got it.
You can use that to buff the stats.
Let's go with...
Hey, you found it. What does their meta screen actually say?
Aspiration.
Okay. Cool. So, are you gonna keep Bidoof on there? Because
I'm going to keep him in my party until I got something else, but if he evolves into a water type, then I'm not going to use him with my other water type.
that's what I figured.
For the moment, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to mark with a circle
A blue circle.
all the Pokemon that I'm allowed to use.
You gotta go through the crafting tutorial, Nathan.
Seriously. very many options at this point.
Yeah.
Because this is the closest to what I got going on right now. This makes me look like Price.
A little bit.
That's the closest to what I got going on right now.
Those are your brows.
Well, I don't love it, but...
You'll probably get more later.
Hey, this is going to cost me $500 every time I want to check.
You don't want to wear your hat?
Listen.
Yeah, that's not really a chestnut. That's a redwood.
We're not going to use those.
I would not buy Pokeballs. Go through the crafting tutorial at least first, and then decide if it's
Tater time? Not tater time.
potatoes for closers.
Only lately found a home here too. Glad to have you. Oh. Oh, I took my shoes off.
Yeah.
Show feet. Alola. Alola.
Spoilers.
When Pokemon react to you by attacking, are you making sure to dodge their moves?
Dodge!
You can use the workbench here to craft the... Oh, sorry, this is Rusty.
You can use the workbench here at the Craftworks anytime you need to make an item in the village. And I'll supply what you need to make your first Pokeballs once you're ready to begin. Call it my way of saying congratulations on joining us. To spend the money you got from the captain on clothes or whatever you think is best. Go to the workbench and choose an item to craft. In this case, a Pokeball.
An apricorn and a tumblestone.
You have 20.
You made 10 balls.
Basics of graphic.
Mission complete! Oh ho! It's a fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe that was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my boy. Oh no, my boy! Father Hell. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess an odd power to shrink themselves down. With the Pokeball we craft, we make use of that power to catch them. Also, that Pokemon species can be duly recorded in a Pokédex. And on that note, here you are!
I received a Pokedex.
You received a Pokédex.
Pokedex, a volume for compiling the collected results of much Pokemon research. Professor Lavington continually adds to it with each report made on new species.
Professor Oak may have invented the first digital Pokedex.
So,
This one's a low-tech encyclopedia.
yes. So, you have to catch Pokemon and catch them and do the specific things to get the more research points on them. So, it's not a one and done. So it's 8:51 right now. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research task I could use assistance with. Come join me at the Fieldland camps whenever you're ready, Michael Nate.
Getting to work on research tasks. Hey, excuse me. I couldn't help it over here. If you're going to the Fieldlands camp, would you mind taking care of a request for me? I'm standing guard, so I can't leave my post, but I'll be here at headquarters if you want to talk about it. People who have something to ask you will have a request icon displayed above them. If you fulfill their request, you may receive a nice reward. Hey, so there's this Pokemon called Wurmple. Have you heard of it? Nope. Well, you see, I have this chat with Professor Lavington, and he told me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, it will sometimes change its appearance and become stronger. He said the phenomenon was called evolution. Some Pokemon can undergo evolution, which changes their appearance and stats. If one of your Pokemon has met the requirements to evolve, it'll be select the evolve option when viewing the Pokemon in your satchel. And so I decided that I want to raise a Wurmple myself and have it evolve. You're part of my survey corps, aren't you? If you catch a Wurmple, could you let me have it? There'll be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just give me a Wurmple if you can. Wurmple can evolve?
Wurmple can evolve.
Wurmple can evolve!
Wurmple can evolve.
I don't see any reason not to just go ahead and do this.
Agreed.
You don't have enough materials.
And before I go on my merry way, I'm going to pick up some of these quests. You're that newcomer who fell from the sky. Are you heading out the village? Of course you are. The Survey Corps must have to get out and compile that Pokedex, that book they're working on, right? Well, on your way, do me a favor. Find out all about Starly. Pokemon certainly are terrifying creatures, but when I see Starly, I simply whole. I feel simply whole. Now that I have at least decided to touch one, mind you. Let me see Starly's entry in that Pokedex the moment you complete it. I don't have its entry book.
That's what I was explaining.
Okay.
You've got to...
So you see how your research... Would you like to see how that works?
I think I got it.
Okay.
This is my house. In the middle of the street.
My house.
Looking at the festival mask. It's just kind of floating there. We'll wear Pikachu. Wear the modern jacket. No.
Bless you.
Okay, wear, everyday kimono. And the fancy kimono. Shaman. We'll do the galactic one. I kind of like that.
They go with the...
I could just wear my casual outfit. Who else lives with me? Chloe.
Hey, Crunchy. Come here.
This house is just empty.
Come on.
Hey, Stream Dog.
Get over here.
Hey, Stream Dog.
Come on.
What the dog doing?
Come on. Yeah.
Just talk to Oshawott?
Yeah.
Aww.
Come on. Get up here. Get up here.
follow
There you
around?
go.
There you go, Chloe.
Oh, Crunchy
Easy,
butt.
Chloe.
Oh, Crunchy
Chloe. Easy, Chloe.
Don't.
Has anyone ever told you you guys are the worst about dogs?
Why?
For no reason. What?
What are you doing, Guppy?
Oh.
Crunchy. Crunchy puppy.
I know Shinx's ears had odd markings on the insides, but what were they? Well, you can see them if you look at our Pokelink down there, my guy. No use, I can't remember. This will keep me up all night. Hey, aren't you with the Survey Corps? If you catch a Shinx, you should show it to me. I gotta see one with my own eyes. Please, I can't remember for the life of me what those ears look like. It's driving me up the wall. What does Shinx ears look like? Catch a Shinx and show it to Toshi.
You just have to go. Bring yours and show it to him.
Alright, let's have a peek at those round ears. Ta-da! That's it. The ears have a yellow cross pattern in them, kinda like a star. Can't tell what a relief this is. I felt like I had a bone stuck in my throat, only the throat's my brain and the bone's a thought. Thanks for helping me get that bone out. Thank
That's
you, weird
what
man.
he said.
I'm gonna look for some more of those side quests.
Okay, open your map. It's minus. That's where the side quests are.
A big weasel.
Big weasel.
Can Pokemon of the same species really come in different sizes? I know the professor said they do, but I'll have a hard time believing it unless I see a different sized ones lined up side by side. If there really are Buweasel bigger than mine, I'd love to have see them alongside the one I have for comparison's sake. You're
What?
a natural when it comes to catching Pokemon, right? I bet you'll see where I'm going with this. If you catch a Buweasel bigger than mine, would you let me have it? I'll make it worth your while.
I'm so bored.
Can go in here. I came here all the way from Hoenn, but this land has nothing in it.
You came here, Hoenn?
Yeah. And this land is as bare as...
My ass. While I'm Hoenn.
Good luck, new recruit. Show us what you're made of.
I'm good at jokes.
You're good at something.
Yeah, jokes.
Hoenn. It's amazing that Captain Silene has acknowledged your potential. So you've joined the Survey Corps. Don't forget to carry some berries and potions with you. Okay, that is too much pop-in.
What the
Yoshimi. Okay, I'm close enough that there shouldn't be any pop-in.
The shoes?
No, not the shoes. The lady.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You've passed your trial, I hear. Goodness, are you going to start catching all kinds of Pokemon now? That sounds like it, doesn't it?
Almost.
They see me hoeing.
I was thinking that. I'm like, no, I can't continue that. And then you picked it up, and I'm like, I can't.
I didn't even recognize or register what that dude said.
No.
Too busy thinking about hoeing.
A child.
You're not scared of Pokemon. When you encounter a wild Pokemon, the first thing you should do is focus on it.
It's to the point where some of them you just gotta run by.
Welcome to the team. My grandpa Tao Hua is in charge of the supply corps. Perhaps you'll work together at some point. What are you about, you fool? Almos? You have Pokemon with you. Wow, they don't attack you? I'll find every last mushroom there is in Eastwood. So you find every last Pokemon there is, pal. You're a newcomer, right? If you have to go out and get close to a Pokemon, you better do it stealthily. Why are you talking to me like that?
I'm just a weird man.
You're going to survey Pokemon, huh? Going out to find all the ways they're terrifying? Do you get that we're scared of Pokemon?
We don't like Pokemon. We're scared. Do you get it?
Craig. Passed your trial, have you? I'm impressed you can approach Pokemon. I just turn and run from those scary beasts. Stop. He's not a little boy.
He's not going to. You know that.
Hello there, new Survey Corps recruit. Pleased to count you as a teammate. Let me see if there's anything we can do over here. Let's do a medicinal harvest. That sounds great. You know, we had people back in Kanto who were also able to tame Pokemon. They knew what they were doing in battles, too. They just, like, walk through this mound. Trading grounds. Throwing Pokeballs is all well and good. Just don't throw away your life, kid. So you're the new recruit from the Survey Corps. Don't slack off making that Pokedex of yours.
No. You're not through the tutorial.
Charts do. I do like that. Okay, less frequently. I'll take it. Can you help me out here?
It's 9:10. Are you gonna use this mission?
At least till 9:30. I think we're good to go. We'll see how we're going from there.
I'm gonna go ahead and fully walk.
Thank you.
Go.
I like my little running animation there. Righto, let's get to it then, shall we? In order to complete this Pokedex of ours, there are a great many research tasks I'll need your help to carry out, my boy. The details of these tasks can be found in the Pokedex for you to reference any time. To research tasks you to carry out to complete the Pokedex. Each Pokemon species has a different number of variety of research tasks. Press the down button to open your Pokedex, and then check what kinds of research tasks are available for the Pokemon you've registered. When you focused on a wild Pokemon in the field research using the ZL button, you can also instantly check the research task for the species by pressing the down button to open your Pokedex right to that page. Some Pokemon have to have some unusual research tasks, so be sure to check them out. You must catch and battle diverse Pokemon species to carry out plenty of research tasks. Do so, and you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work. This is Rusty.
And one last piece of advice, Nate. If you see a wild Pokemon's attack coming your way, dodge like your life depends on it. Here, watch closely, and remember what I do so you can do it later. Hup. Riku! That beautiful flowing bit of gymnastics is what we call a dodge roll. If you're light on your feet, you can dodge out of the way of wild Pokemon's attacks. That way, hopefully you can avoid taking a beating and blacking out in the wilderness. Security Corps had to collect me when I got the business end of some Shinx's Thundershock. But don't you worry, I've got lots of experience to draw on, and I'll teach you plenty. I'm glad you got that reference. I wasn't sure you would. Anytime you dodge roll in a video game.
Okay.
Have you caught the Hysterian variant of be doof, be don't?
Bidoof. And then Bidoof. Oh. This game has fall damage.
You can take fall damage, but it's fairly forgiving.
And I took fall damage. That's interesting.
Sure is, huh?
Yeet!
Are you trying to die?
I'm not trying to die.
Hi, I'm Nate, and I have a death wish.
Whoop. Oh, no, those are shakes.
I like to think the Insane Clown Posse would really like Reaper.
His ass.
You missed.
Can't do it now. You gotta roll over. Battle him. You almost got there.
Ooh.
Good job. Is this actually a catch? Have you figured out the berry trees yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there'd be motion.
Yeah, I do too.
He vanished.
Yeah,
He ran away.
yeah, that happens.
This is Rusty.
Oh, sorry. Now, let me explain some Survey Core wisdom. Focus on a Pokemon with the ZL button, then press the down button to open the Pokedex. You'll see what tasks you have for that Pokemon.
Doof.
Doof. You might have noticed that you have a research task to do with how many Bidoof you've caught. That's right. Catching just one isn't enough. You need 2, then 4, then more and more. And when it's time to battle a Pokemon, remember the captain's switching wisdom. If you have items out, press X to ready your Pokemon. Give it a try now if you want. I'll go on ahead.
Was that a Shinx in a new area?
Hey, while you're focused, press down. See, it pulls you up to the BDIV page.
Yeah.
Now you know what goals you've still got.
Yeah, you actually have to defeat some.
Yep. Yeah. Number of different forms you've obtained.
I'll give you a hint. For most Pokemon, that number is 2.
I'm gonna guess male, female.
I cannot confirm to you that that is the correct answer.
Okay, you know what I figured out. Over here. That hurt me.
No.
It's a really cool secret.
Okay, can't climb
Go
up
the
there.
way,
Okay.
just go the way you went. There you go.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
Go over here.
Yeah.
Yeet! And we go yeet!
Hey Nate.
There's fall damage.
Hey Nate, there's fall damage in this video game.
I figured that out.
Hey Nate, there's fall damage in this video game.
Yeah.
I think you've got it. But as a reminder, don't forget to open your Pokedex when you focus on a Pokemon to check your research task for it. It's just ZL, then down. Try checking your task for Starling next. One of your tasks is to catch Starling without being spotted, right? That task, try catching them while hiding in some tall grass. I'll go wait for you up ahead. Come catch up once you finish some tasks.
Have you figured out the secret catching mechanic yet?
Probably not.
The mechanic is get good.
Pretty much. Also, yes, you can just go take off. Yeah. There's these berries in the tree if not. They didn't see you. Yet.
Enemy spotted.
You missed.
And you overthrow them a lot.
Well, then I underthrow them. I'm trying to compensate for it. I was expecting some decay.
Well, there absolutely is. Level up. You did it. You caught one without being spotted.
Anemone spotted. Number you've caught, number you caught without being spotted, number defeated, number of forms you've obtained, number you've evolved.
He's learning.
He is learning. That is incredible.
Did you notice that you did some completion on Oshawott there as well?
I did not.
Times you've seen it use quick attack.
Or
I
tackle.
thought it was for Shanks.
Oh, maybe it was Shanks. You're a little pixelated on my stream.
Hey, stop.
No, you stop.
Wrestling. I do believe uses of Aqua Jet is
Times you've seen it use Aqua Jet.
So you can complete your Pokedex on anything without catching a ton of them just by doing the other goals.
Yeah. Water Pulse, Slash, a strong style move, an agile style move.
Oh,
pull out a Pokeball right now. Like a
you learning about some mechanics.
I have found a bit of an exploit running up sloped. Sometimes if you can get a Pokeball to pull out, you can run up slopes that you're struggling with. It's not perfect, but
Okay. For whatever reason, it just does not like to auto target Shanks.
it's not just Shinx. The auto targeting helps, but it is not perfect. Move. I love that dog, but sometimes. Have you found any tumble stones yet? You'll get there. Eventually. That's what you meant to do, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
They just auto flee.
Sometimes they do. I thought you would take damage there.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Just like this.
You have to be like on the hill when you start it. But yeah, it'll. There are sometimes when there are certain slopes that it has gotten me up those, so you are on a different hill. You are now in Horseshoe Plain.
You should have your Pokemon smash open sparkling rocks for you. You'll find tumblestones inside. Some tumblestones you'll need to crash Pokemon.
There's a Pokemon over there. It's really funny.
New Wormhole.
And I do believe that's a new patch. Kick him out. Nate.
Yeah, I'm playing the game.
Go.
I have already gathered something about my blood. See my Pokemon. This from the Horseshoe Plains. So this Wormhole is going to be on my team. Let's take a look at him here. First of all, I'm going to change up the markings, give him a little blue circle. Poison Sting. What are we going to name you? I'm going to name this Wormhole. How about... here. We're gonna take a quick look at that. Oh, thank you for that. I also wanted to go on back there.
Is it WH?
WURM.
Yeah, I always forget it's you.
What did you actually name it? I didn't see.
Jinx! That's it. You got a Shinx. Ground type moves, number defeated, number caught, seen quick attack, seen bite, different forms, number evolved. X. Still getting used to the controls.
Get him.
Okay. Well, can't say I didn't try. You're feeling worn out. Have a rested intent at one of our base camps.
Holy shit, I haven't seen any of you here. Damn.
Around here, you can find a Pokemon called the Buizel. It's got an aggressive disposition. That means it'll try and hit you with its moves, just like Shinx, and you'll need to battle it to catch it. If you take too much damage within a short time, you'll be in danger of blacking out. You can tell you're in danger when the edges of the screen turn red. Damage goes away over time, but you won't begin to recover if you'll still be targeted by a wild Pokemon. If you take further damage on the edge of the screen and have turned red, you'll be overwhelmed with blackout. Speaking of which, your research test includes for Buizel includes seeing it use a certain move. To be precise, you have to see it using the move in battle. That's right, some tasks require battle. Now I'll go on ahead. You take some Buizel research tests and then come talk to me.
Two, two, three.
Strong stuff.
Man, you got lucky there. That's all I'm gonna say. Rusty, are you also playing the video game in the background?
What do you? Hmm?
Oh shit, I'm getting double teamed.
Yep.
That'll happen.
No. That's not the angle that was at.
I feel like when it kind of bounces around there, the more likelihood it has of breaking in.
That might be an interesting visual indicator if they decided to use that.
Here it is. I can go into the water.
I definitely checked that way when I was playing. Did you, Rusty?
I rolled off the bridge.
Yeah. You haven't actually beat one yet? That's funny.
We're still playing.
Haven't figured it out yet?
Strongest. Kick his ass! Son of a red. Come on.
I agree, that was kind of bullshit.
Pokeballs aren't perfect.
You're perfect.
Thanks.
Oh, shit.
That Eevee seems to be rare. I tried to catch several of them and never got another one to spawn.
I haven't seen Eevee.
Here's Cassandra.
What time are we planning to end?
Let's go till 10.
Okay. I will be right back. I need to run to the restroom.
Obtained a crafting kit. Kit containing everything you might need for crafting, even when there is no workbench around. However, you can only use the materials you have in your satchel. One oranberry, one medicinal. I just want to get to the point where I can evolve my... Go in. Let's craft some Pokeballs. I made 10 Pokeballs. I should get a Premier Ball for that. That's just an entire fucking Rapidash.
And Nate, you should go fight that Rapidash.
Should I?
No, do not go fight that Rapidash. Do not go fight that Rapidash.
This. Sword stance?
Yeah. Probably have to say you're doing that. Do not get anywhere near that Rapidash. That's an item. It's not worth it.
Got skills. Okay, that does it.
Yeah. That's why I was telling you it's just standard.
With their glowing red eyes. Level 40. That's nuts. I'm gonna slowly nope out of here.
Nathan,
Yeah.
I have gotten decently far.
Yeah.
I still can't fight that Rapidash.
Hello.
Hey,
Okay. There's a big scary Rapidash over there. I'm gonna shoot him. Shit.
you know the Alpha Rapidash over there?
I do.
Yeah, he was walking the line by it.
You get 3 moves before I can use mine.
Hey, speed in this game is nuts. Like, yeah.
Yeah, stats have. This is not the same stat distribution that you were used to.
Do it.
Do it!
How do you feel about that change, Nathan?
How do I what?
How do you feel about that change?
Anything that gives the player more control. Also, this is intense. It got the idea for a new move. Oh. Yeah, your cocoons don't learn Harden anymore.
Yeah, they learn Iron Defense.
You can change my, thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nathan. You've caught something that I don't have yet.
Cascoon? I think they're gonna get desktop.
Yes, it does.
I do have dust stocks, though.
I have a bunch of wormholes that I haven't done anything with.
Same.
That's bitch. Also, use Iron Defense and look at what it tells. Defensive stat. That raised both of your defense.
Dope. I wish you hadn't told me that. Crits exist. Let the poison take. Oh, and it just cures the paralysis. That's nice.
I don't know if the potion did it or if it just healed.
I don't think the potion did it.
It's possible it was shed skin.
Do abilities exist? Check. I don't remember seeing anything for it. I don't think they do.
Doesn't look like abilities exist.
The answer is no. Abilities don't exist.
I also don't know how weather works in this game.
You're really good at hitting them right on the noggin when you're not throwing a Pokeball at them.
Yeah, I intend
You intended to catch.
to make this a battle.
Right, but you keep on messing with the Pokeballs and you strike every time with the Pokemon.
Yeah. Stone. I'm gonna make it back to the professor, and I think that might be a good time to call it a night.
I was about to suggest such a thing.
You're close enough, but...
Carlos J. Felix says, "Hi Nate, hope you're having fun with the new Pokemon game."
Thanks, buddy Carlos. I am.
yeah, that's good.
Also, hi Carlos.
Oh ho ho! If it isn't a crafting kit. Oh, sorry. I think this is you.
Yeah, you must have listened intently to Kiri's teachings. Excellent work, my boy, our dear boy. This seems to be a good time to explain the Survey Corps reports and rewards they offer.
When you submit survey reports, you'll receive money based on the level and number of Pokemon you've caught. When you receive more money, if you've fulfilled certain conditions, such
Hey,
as catching a
Carlos.
species for the first time. Oh yeah, you guys have met.
Yeah.
On that note, let me check the research task that you've completed thus far.
I've stayed at that man's house. I've cooked breakfast with that man.
I haven't.
I have caught 20 or more Pokemon in one report.
Yes.
He has preferred foods.
Yes, you can just hit me out of this.
I want to
Yep.
look.
That's just kind of showing you the bigger strides you made.
You've made good. Oh, this is you.
You made good progress on the research test, Nate. I do believe that you're ready to move up the ranks. Let's head back to the village and report the good news to Captain St. It's time you've earned yourself a star.
I'm going to earn myself a star sometime tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure when we're going to be streaming tomorrow. I do have a thing I'm doing, but we will be streaming sometime tomorrow, probably at least in the afternoon.
Yep.
But we should be able to put a pretty hefty chunk of time in it, because I don't have much going on otherwise.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do me a quick save here.
Nate, go ahead and get the star.
No, wait till tomorrow.
It won't
It's fine.
take very long.
Alright, fine. We're going to get this tomorrow.
You can start tomorrow with this.
Yeah.
We'll start tomorrow.
Well, that'll just, in case you get, for some reason, a hankering to do anything.
Well, I was going to do just a little bit of housekeeping between streams, but that's mostly like
Yeah.
shuffling Pokemon.
Yeah, this'll take that.
If you have progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokedex.
Yeah, you can just hit me out of this.
You made progress. It seems you've earned yourself a star.
Can someone please fix those drums?
With this, you have officially the rank of first star in the Galaxy Expedition team. A lot of stars.
I believe right now I'm currently sitting
It's my competition, man. I can now use heavy balls? Hell yeah. Pokemon of up to level 20 will also obey your orders reliably in battle. Fun fact, I don't actually have heavy balls on this shirt, because this one doesn't have apricot balls on it. Pokemon up to level 20 will also obey your orders reliably in battle. The rewards you earn for your survey reports will be even more generous now too. Have these as well. They are further recipes you'll need for crafting. Recipe for heavy balls. And revives. That a stranger like you should fall from the sky, yet flourish among us. This is a testament to your native talent and hard work. Most people prefer it when things are simple enough to be judged on the face value alone. Improving your worth by moving that through our ranks is something anyone can understand. Keep at it, even if you did fall from the sky, people may be more willing to accept you. Working your way through the ranks here will also help if you wish to make a life for yourself. A higher rank will grant you access to more types of Pokeballs and greater rewards. Getting to work on research tasks. For today, at least, you've earned yourself a meal at the Wallflower and a good night's rest.
You closed. Potatoes are for closers.
Yay!
So, Nate, my boy. I believe a jolly good congratulations in order. Well done, earning your first star rank.
That's rusty.
Potato mochi tastes so much better when you have something to be happy about. Still, we'll be very busy from now on between our Survey Corps duties and requests from folks here. Which reminds me, have you already taken on that request from Beauregard?
Blah, 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 blah.
The people of Jubilife aren't too familiar with Pokemon, you see. So if problems arise, the Survey Corps gets called to help. This is Yulia.
Indeed so.
Some people will ask for your help when you talk to them. Well, others requests will need to be claimed by the blackboard I keep in my office. Speaking of which, weren't you approached with a request recently, Akira? What's that about?
About that, I was thinking maybe Nate could handle it for me. I was told it would require a bit of skill with battling Pokemon, so...
Ah, yes, the request came from Mai of the Diamond Clan. If I recall correctly, the people of the Diamond Clan lived in Hisui before the Galaxy team arrived. If we could establish good relations with them, I'm sure it would. There would be much to learn from them, including more about the local Pokemon. But we can discuss this
Are we
all
allowed to
tomorrow.
have the conversation about colonialism in this game? I don't know.
For today, we should eat up and get some rest.
Hint, you've hardly eaten anything and you just shuffled your bowls around.
And we'll talk about colonialism next time.
Listen, do you have a bit of time after this? I'd like you to help me colonize some. I mean, there's something I could use your help with.
All right.
Thank you. I'll be waiting for you at the trading grounds then.
Gonna fight.
If you've caught a lot of Pokemon, you may want to visit the pastures to change up your team.
I'm gonna fight. God, I hope we fight.
And we'll learn if we fight or not next time on Pokemon Arceus. This. So yeah, we'll be back sometime tomorrow. Watch our Twitters and channel notifications, and I love you. Bye.